Is it buono or bene? Which one should you choose? Well, if you don't know, keep watching this video. Ciao a tutti, io sono Stefano and I am an Italian teacher. First of all, welcome back on my channel. And if this is the first time on my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you don't want to miss any future lessons. On my channel, I upload regularly educational content about Italian, so Italian grammar, Italian vocabulary, but I also do vlogs around Italy. So I've made some vlogs in Milan and then one in Rome, one in Venice. So if you want to see beautiful places in Italy and also experience art culture, don't forget to watch my vlogs because you will also learn Italian in the process. I'm sure you'll love my vlogs. But now it's time to talk a little bit about grammar. We're going to talk about a topic that might be a little bit hard for some students, but in the end, actually, it's not that hard at all. We're going to talk about the difference between buono and BENE. So these words are actually very different and they are used in two different settings. First of all, remember that buono is an adjective. BENE is an adverb. So what does that mean? Since buono is an adjective, you gotta know that adjectives add a piece of information to a noun. So if you want to say that, for example, something is beautiful or it's good or fast or clean, well, you are modifying, you're adding a piece of information to a noun. Adverbs, on the contrary, they add a piece of information to an adjective. For example, very. In English, very is an adverb. So if I want to say that something is very good, I'm using very to add a piece of information to the adjective good. But also adverbs, and that makes sense because it's literally in the name, adverbs also add a piece of information to a verb. And this is the exact case of bene, because bene adds a piece of information to a verb. So just keep this in mind. Buono with nouns and bene with verbs. But there's one big exception to this rule. You can use the adjective buono with the verb essere. And you cannot use the adverb bene with essere. So the verb essere, to be, is a little different because it is the only verb in Italian that takes adjectives instead of adverbs. And you'll understand why in a second. It's very, very easy. Other than that, if you have any other verb in Italian, you're going to use bene with it, and if you have a noun, you're going to use buono. Honestly, I could stop the video here because I've basically given you the whole information, but let's just work it through and let's look at a few examples to better understand. Let's look at a few examples with the adjective buono. La pasta al sugo è buona. La pasta al sugo è buona. Pasta with tomato sauce is good. Gianni e Luca sono buoni. Gianni e Luca sono buoni. Here I'm saying that Gianni and Luca are kind. Ho bevuto un buon vino in Veneto. Ho bevuto un buon vino in Veneto. I drank a good wine in Veneto. As you can see here, I'm using buono with nouns, like in our last case, with wine, but I'm also using it with the verb essere, like in the first two examples, la pasta al sugo è buona, or Gianni e Luca sono buoni. But even though I'm using it with the verb essere, I'm still using buono to add a piece of information to a noun or to a person. So this is the reason why we would use buono with the verb essere, because we use the verb essere just to basically describe someone in this case. So it makes sense to use the adjective buono because buono still refers to a noun or a person. Just remember that buono has several meanings. For example, in this case, we saw good but also kind. If you're not sure what buono means and how it can be used in terms of meanings, I've actually made a video on this topic that you can find here somewhere, but also in the description box below. So maybe after this video, you can go watch that as well. But now let's move on to bene, and let's see when to use it. One of the most common sentences we would use bene with is, well, come stai? Sto bene, grazie. Come stai? Sto bene, grazie. Now I know in English you would say, I'm good. But if you think about it, the more correct, proper, let's say grammatically correct version would be I'm well. Now, of course, I know that I'm good developed in the English language and now you use it all the time and it's considered 100% correct. But you know that I'm well would be the best grammatically correct option. Well, if you think about it, well is an adverb. So since well is an adverb, that is why in Italian we would use bene and not buono. You wouldn't say sto buono, that doesn't make sense. You would say sto bene if you want to say I'm good. Or for example, io parlo bene l'italiano. Io parlo bene l'italiano. I speak Italian well. As you can see now, our bene, well, is referring to what? A verb, parlo. So you're basically adding a piece of information to a verb, the verb parlare, to speak. Mia sorella non sa leggere bene ancora. Mia sorella non sa leggere bene ancora. My sister doesn't know how to read well yet. So again, we're adding a piece of information to the verb reading. Leggere. Now let's see another example. Ho mangiato bene al ristorante. Ho mangiato bene al ristorante. I ate well at the restaurant. So again, I'm using bene to add a piece of information to the verb mangiare, to eat. So as you can see, I'm using basically bene to describe and add a piece of information to verbs, to actions, not nouns. So just remember, buono means good, and you use it with people and nouns. Bene means well, and you use it with verbs, with actions. So for example, if you like this video and you want to say something like, oh, this video is good, would you say questo video è bene? No, you wouldn't. You cannot say that this video is good and say questo video è bene. Because bene means well, and it should refer to a verb, not a thing, a noun in this case. Would you say in English that this video is well? No, you wouldn't. You would say that this video is good. Therefore, we're going to use buono with it. Questo video è buono. Or you might also say that questo video è bello, questo video è interessante, whatever adjective you want, but not bene. And what if I ask you, com'è stata la vacanza? Com'è stata la vacanza? How was your vacation? Many students might answer this question by saying it was good, and they say è stata bene. But no, that's wrong. You cannot say è stata bene. First of all, because I'm using the verb essere, and now you know that you cannot use bene with the verb essere. But also because you don't want to say that your vacation was well. You want to say that it was good. So in this case, you cannot use bene because bene would refer to a verb, not a thing, not a noun. In this case, our vacation, la nostra vacanza. So in this case, I wouldn't use buono either because it's not really used in this case, but I would just use bella, divertente, è stata bella, è stata divertente, but not è stata bene. If you want, you can also use bene to describe your holiday by saying that it went well. And say, è andata bene, it went well. In this case, you can use bene because you're not using bene to describe the vacation itself, but you're using bene to describe how the vacation went. So you're adding a piece of information to the verb andare, è andata bene, la vacanza è andata bene. You're not describing the vacation itself, but how it went. So using bene in this case is totally acceptable. Well, I hope these examples helped, and I also hope now you have a better understanding on how to choose buono versus bene, when to use buono, when to use bene, and so on. If you have any questions about these topics, just let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more videos and you would like to be notified every single time I upload a new video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell. And also, if you want to support my work here on YouTube, don't forget to press the like button. That's gonna help me a lot. So if you want to support me, just like this video. Very easy. Alright, we are done for today's video, and I'm going to see you in the next lesson. Ci vediamo nella prossima lezione. Ciao!